20-minute arms and back workout. For this workout, we're going to be conducting 45 seconds of movement followed by a 10-second isometric hold. For equipment today, you're going to be needing a free space, whether it is at your home or at a gym, and of course, your water and some dumbbells, and of course, your smile. For the dumbbells, I of course have some numbers listed here on the screen for recommended weight numbers, but of course everyone is different, so even though this chart shows y'all that, you know, whatever number correlates to your fitness background, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is the best weight for you. Only you will know. And again, if you are a beginner, however, this is the only exception, I would highly recommend to go lighter. And if you have a set of ranges of dumbbells around you, if you have a 5-pound, if you have an 8-pound or a 10-pound, I would highly encourage you to keep those with you so that every exercise might actually be different. So it doesn't necessarily mean that one dumbbell fits all the movements, but having a range, if that is something that you have, feel free to have that set up as well. As a short disclaimer to all of my videos, if at any time you feel numbness, tingling, or dizziness, please stop this video, take a water break, and if it feels appropriate, coming back to this workout, but if not, coming back to it at a later day. Today's workout is super exciting. I'm so excited to share with y'all some dumbbell exercises. This is literally what I do on a day-to-day basis. So this program is gonna be fun, it's gonna be challenging, but I'm so excited to get moving with y'all. Let's go. Let's go ahead and take a quick sip of water and we'll get right into our first exercise. Starting in the standing today, we'll come into hammer curls, inhaling at the bottom, exhale to curl up. The key here is to not jolt through the movements, but taking your time with this, making sure you come into full extension and flexion through the motion, and making sure you tighten your core, tighten your glutes, so that in the standing you have that nice controlled motion. For bent over rows, slightly bend into the knees, making sure that you inhale at the bottom, exhaling to row up. The elbows come up towards the sky. The key here is to not put pressure in the low back, making sure your core is tight so you're not pulling from the low back. For forward raises, we'll only use one dumbbell. The key here is to keep a soft bend in your elbows, inhaling at the bottom, exhaling to lift up. Again, the core is nice and tight, the glutes are tight to have that slow and controlled motion. Similar to what we just did earlier, but this time the single arm variation, we'll start with the left foot forward planted, right heel is in the kickstand position. Again, inhaling at the bottom, exhaling to lift. Feel free to rest the free arm on that free leg.
Next up are bicep curls, keeping your palms towards you, inhaling at the bottom, exhaling to lift. The key here is to slow down the movements during flexion extension and keeping a soft bend in those elbows, so not hyperextending the elbows on the way down. For alternating arms, lat sweepbacks, inhaling in the center, exhaling to lift, keeping soft bend in those elbows as you lift your elbows towards the back behind you, and making sure you don't pull from the low back, but making sure the core is really, really tight. Starting on the left side, lifting up to the right side, soft bend in those elbows, keeping that core tight, inhaling at the bottom, exhaling to lift, making sure that you twist upwards and the weight will not go past your nose or your eye level. For bent over rows, soft bend in those elbows, soft bend in those knees. Exhale on the way out. Inhale on the way back in, really slowing down the motion and making sure you're really squeezing underneath those arms. Imagine you're crushing some walnuts and you're really isolating that movement. Our last movement is renegade rows, making sure that your hips do not dramatically shift side to side. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, bringing emphasis into your shoulder blades and back. Elbows come up towards the sky and making sure your elbows are in a narrow stance so they don't come outwards. Inhaling at the bottom, exhaling to lift.